kind of weird.
All right.
Hi.
Hey, how you doing?
Good.
Well, we thought we would maybe put up a few videos to help keep the church connected with each other, give us all an excuse to get on Facebook and like things and comment and encourage each other. So Chris and I thought we would talk a little bit about what to do while you are stuck at home with the kids.
The kids.
The kids.
This is not about the kids.
Oh, this isn't about the kids?
No.
Oh, this is about us.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. Get rid of those kids. No more than 4.
Oh my gosh, that cracked me up. Okay, this is about space.
Oh, that's right.
This
Okay.
is what you're doing.
We're doing well. So you've heard a shelter in place. Well, we thought we'd come up with some ideas about how to date in
your
place.
space. In your space.
In your space? Let me get in your space.
You're gonna kill me.
That's good.
Oh my god.
All right.
Okay.
What you got, honey?
All right. Well, I heard this, or I read this meme that says if I get
Meme sharing.
quarantined with my spouse for 2 weeks and I die, it would not be the virus that killed me. So the truth is, this could be a very trying time for husbands and wives. We're really not used to spending huge amounts of time together. Or this could be the perfect opportunity to focus on your relationship and pour into your marriage. So that's what we want to talk about today. Just fun stuff to do while you're at home with your honey, besides the obvious.
Smooching.
And besides being in the same room but worlds apart on Facebook or Pinterest or the news or video games or stuff like that.
Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
So, this is my heckler. Just
It's
kidding.
true.
Just kidding. Okay, so we're just going to give you some ideas, and here we go. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Give me some ideas. I'm ready.
Okay.
What can we do together?
So I think one thing that we can do is cook together. I mean, we
Like
got to keep eating.
sizzling.
Yes,
Well, I love
sizzling.
eating. Yes.
We have to keep eating, and so enjoy some time together in the kitchen, and not just fixing the meal.
That was one of the kids, by the way.
Yeah, he was the one you just evicted a minute ago.
That's right. More than 2.
So instead of just cooking together, talk about like what was your favorite meal as a kid, or what was your least favorite meal as a kid, and talk about things like school lunches. Right now that's a big thing. People are talking about school lunches. Well, what were they like when you were growing up?
That cardboard pizza that had a little shred of cheese on it and mainly ketchup or something.
Yeah. Just talk about the school lunches and, growing up, were you forced to eat everything on your plate, or were there specific things that you really loved, or specific times of the year? Or did you help? Like growing up in the South, we did a lot of shucking corn and snapping peas and all that, or snapping beans and shelling peas and all that. So just a conversation around food. You could share, you could talk about a favorite shared memory or a not so favorite shared memory. Do you remember the crying catfish story?
Oh, I remember the crying catfish story. But we're not going to tell that.
We're not going to tell the story.
But anyway.
Okay, but we have a crying
and
catfish story. Yes.
Yeah, it was very sad.
Yes, and
Very
then we have a good meal story. We discovered several years ago that neither one of us had ever had lobster, and we actually had a trip planned to take a cruise up the New England coastline, so we decided to wait. And the first time that either one of us had lobster was in Maine, so that was pretty cool.
Cruises pre-pandemic were awesome.
Yes. So, and then maybe ask the question or answer the question, what's a favorite thing that your spouse cooks for you now?
Oh.
So just lots of conversation around cooking.
Steak and
More steak.
I like steak a lot.
I do too. I like barbecue.
Barbecue's good.
Yeah.
I like barbecue.
Okay, ready for
Never
another
had a
idea?
problem cleaning my plate, by the way.
That's true. Me either. I clean other people's plates.
We get upset sometimes.
They're like, I'm not done with that.
That's right. What else? What's another good idea couples can do together while they're stuck at home?
Okay, well, you could take a stroll down memory lane. You can get out those old photo albums. Or
What if you can't remember anything?
Well, that's why you have pictures. That's why you have
okay.
somebody taking pictures like
I
me.
see. Okay.
So you get out the photo albums or
All
the
we have now are
scrapbooks.
selfies.
Yeah. Here I am.
We used to
here I
take
am.
pictures of other people. It was great, but not anymore.
Okay, but Go back
back,
a few years. Get out the old photo albums or go back on your digital storage and check out those pictures. Go look at your wedding pictures. That's a good place to start. And, talk about not just how silly you look because your glasses are out of date now, but talk about how you felt. Yeah, or hair. But talk about how you felt that day or... what were you thinking the first time you saw each other on that day in all of your glory? Or how you responded when you heard that the cake was leaning or whatever it else.
Leaning cake.
What else didn't go right for your wedding? Just talk about
or the
those
crazy
things.
in-laws. Those make for great stories.
You don't have crazy in-laws.
Oh, you heard that, didn't you? See, I'm not the only one that gets the burns in.
Okay, so just take a stroll down memory lane, and you can start with your wedding or your dating, but you can also, look at those pictures of your new babies and or anything that have been milestones in your relationship together, moving or career changes or anything like that. And then I thought it would be a really good idea to plan something that's photo worthy, that, for the future, for the next year or 5 years or whatever.
So a time when you can leave your living room.
Right. Just we're kind of stuck thinking about the here and now or the next 2 weeks, but let's think a little bit further out. What's something that you would like to do together that's going to be photo worthy, or just plan to take family photos again in the next couple of years, because that seems to kind of slip by and not happen if you don't plan it. So that would be a good thing. All right. Okay,
what about some spiritual stuff? I like all that. That's good. Sounds like fun. You got any spiritual advice?
Yes. Actually, my very next point is to focus on God together.
Okay.
And one way you can do that is to watch or listen to a sermon together and then talk about it.
Yeah, so that'd be fun.
Yeah.
We'll have some Ordinary Faith ones up here. We've got a few up already, so check out our YouTube channel.
There you go. You could begin reading a good book together. I don't know about you guys, but we have shelves of books at our house, and some of them have never been read. Yes. But at some point in time, we thought, this is a good book, good enough that we bought it and put it on our shelf. So go check out your bookshelves and maybe grab a book that you can start reading together. And just read out loud. Like you read a chapter, I read a chapter. And then if something catches you, you can discuss it right then and there and then move on. And that is a great shared experience, and it gives you reference for all kinds of conversations in the future.
Yeah.
Right?
Cool.
Another good thing to do right now during this scare and crazy stuff that's going on is to talk about your stressors and your fears and what you're really anxious about right now. Talk about it and then pray together.
Oh, I like that. Praying together can really bring peace to some things.
Right. And then after you've talked about the stressors and anxieties and fears, talk about what you're excited about. Talk about your joys. What do we need to celebrate right now?
What you're thankful about.
Right, you're thankful for.
And one of the number one things that makes you feel better, especially when you're down, is to start expressing gratitude. Right. Whether that's thinking of things you're thankful for, or calling and being thankful to someone, writing a card to someone, or sending even a text. Hey, thanks for what you do in my life.
Right. That's actually another point later on, but that's really good. So after you share those joys and excitements and celebrate, then praise together.
Yeah.
So you can go back to God and thank Him for all He has done already in your life.
So I just got back from I don't know what Cayman's remodeling upstairs. So
well, that brings us to our next point, because I think another thing you can do together when you're at home together is just work on a small, home improvement project.
Small.
Yeah, remember we said small.
Don't rip out the kitchen.
No, don't do that. Oh, no.
Been there,
that would be a bad idea, especially when you can't go to Home Depot 4 times in one day. Okay, so just work on a small project together. You could clean out or organize your storage closet or your junk drawer. Don't we save all that stuff in the junk drawer for some kind of apocalyptic emergency? Wouldn't it be good
does
to know?
Does everybody have a junk drawer?
If
you have a junk drawer, you should comment or something, because that may be a Southern thing.
No, I think everybody has a junk drawer. If they don't have a whole junk room.
Some people call it their garage.
Yeah, that's
our junk. No, not drunk. Junk drawer.
Okay. Or, you could organize your kids' toys, or, there's all kinds of stuff around the house that you could spend time just organizing and going through. Mm-hmm. But do it together and enjoy doing it. Don't just try to throw away each other's stuff.
Because that might lead to marital counseling and all kinds of conflict.
That never works, right?
Never works.
Or you could do a small construction project or like painting project if you already have supplies. But be sure that you share your vision with each other, like what I'm envisioning. Here's what I want to do.
I want a pink whale on that wall. You should always discuss pink whales first. Just saying.
Yes. Right. Get all the pink whales out of the room.
I noticed you have a note here about getting silly.
Yes.
Well, I think we're doing pretty good with the silly.
I think so too. We're gonna get to the getting silly. Right. Next thing is to dream together. So this is one of our favorite things to do. We just have lots of conversations, and so take turns and finishing these sentences. You know what I would really love to do?
I don't know. Oh, I got to finish the sentence.
No,
you get to finish the sentence.
I get to finish the sentence, and then you get to finish the sentence.
See.
You got it?
I probably took a nap there. I do that sometimes.
So, something I would really love to do.
What? What would you love to do?
Paint a pink whale right over Just kidding. Just kidding.
Right there on the accent wall.
No.
Amazing. No. Yes.
All right. Here's another sentence that you both can finish is, you know what I would like to have, or something I would love for the two of us to experience together. Oh. So just kind of dreaming and let each other hear, those dreams that are just kind of, even if they sound kooky. You can also take this time, we talked about, planning out, to set kind of a lofty goal,
right.
And just say, because a lot of times when you dream together, you find out you have similar dreams, and then you can go, oh, well, we should plan a trip to Maine for our 20th anniversary. We did that on our 10th anniversary. We planned this trip to Maine, and we actually got to take it on our 22nd anniversary, but it happened.
Yeah.
And so
That's fun.
So dream together and set a goal. Another thing you can do while you're at home with your honey is talk about the kids.
Well, they probably do that some.
A lot of people say, don't talk about the kids if you're on a date, and I think that's hogwash. I think if you're parenting together,
do you know what hogwash is?
You should talk about the kids.
Talk about the kids.
Talk about the kids.
What do you mean talk about the kids?
Okay, well, I think you should talk about current challenges.
All right, that's a good idea.
And
not that there are any.
Whatever you're going through, you need to share your heart on that. You need to hear each other on that, and don't get stuck there, because sometimes you can kind of get stuck in the negative.
Just kind of go down.
Yeah, share the current challenges, and then share the current positives. Talk about the good things. What's going on? And then another cool thing you can do is tell your spouse, each of you, tell each other one positive character trait that you see in each of your kids that they got from your spouse.
Positive, not
positive.
Negative.
Like, I see this in this child.
That could be
they
good
got
if you did
it
the
from
positive.
you. Yeah.
Because usually we're not doing the positive.
So you end on a high note. You talk about the negative. Talk about the negative. You can even pray about it, and but then talk about the positives, and then see those character qualities. Sometimes we don't take time to really notice and acknowledge those positive character traits, but when we do it with each other, then we will call it out in our kids. We will say, I notice how you are so thoughtful of your brother, or whatever. Once you've acknowledged it, you will speak it to your kids as well. Okay. And they need that. We always tell them what's wrong, but we don't often tell them the good.
That's true. So that'd be good. That could really help the whole family's attitude improve. Cabin fever, this time of year, we've already got cabin fever from being in all winter, and now we're supposed to stay home more and social distancing and those kinds of ideas. And so, man, dig out every positive thing you can find and celebrate it and have fun with it.
Right.
And act goofy with it. Did we do the silly thing?
We didn't do the silly thing. So one thing I wanted to say is just get silly, with your spouse. Just finger paint, or have a crazy photo shoot.
How about with mashed potatoes? I could finger paint
or Jell-O or something. Have some fun. Or you could, if you have a blank canvas at home, you could just create something together, and then hang it on your bedroom wall.
I know what you're thinking about.
Don't go there. But you could play charades, or you could play strip poker.
The pastor's wife said that.
Okay, I don't even know how to play poker, but
It's true.
Anyways, you can chase each other around the house with shaving cream or Cool Whip.
Silly string.
Or silly string, but get it off the walls real quick because it stains. I know that.
It's true.
You could have a pillow fight.
But not with one of our pillows.
Just save the feathers so you can stuff it back in.
We have a bamboo pillow. It's like hitting someone with a log.
Yeah. Don't hit me with that. that is our defense if anybody ever comes in our room at night. Okay,
right.
Another idea is to teach each other something.
Okay.
You could teach me how to clean a gun, check the oil in the car, how to hold and swing a golf club.
Gun clean.
Like, I don't know any of that stuff.
Oh, okay.
We
could play golf in the living room. It'd be
I
great.
don't know what I could teach you, really. I was thinking I could teach you how to cut up an avocado. You probably already know how to do that. How to decorate a cake.
Okay.
How to iron.
How to eat a cake.
How to iron your
own
clothes.
How to wear iron clothes.
I could teach... You're rotten. I'm going to teach you how to iron your own shirt. That is a given now. You asked for it. Okay, Cayman, over there. Okay.
There's that kid again. Who is that child?
So the next thing I was thinking of is look outward.
Okay.
Look outward. So talk about the people in your lives that have been like a shaping influence, someone who has been a positive influence in your life, and how or what you learned from them.
Okay.
Isn't that a good thing to do?
Yeah.
And then maybe spend some time, Michael already hit on this, but spend some time writing thank you notes or thinking of you notes to those people.
Right.
But first share with your spouse who they are and what kind of influence they had. Okay. And that just helps you know each other a little bit more, right?
Yeah, that's good.
So
I like it.
All right, the next thing is give some space, okay?
I see what you're saying.
We've been talking a lot about social distancing, and, the truth is, being at home together, you're going to need some space. And so share with each other, hey, this afternoon, after we've done some fun stuff together and had that pillow fight, I'm probably going to want to, just watch a movie or just sit and read for a while. Michael is an introvert, and so he needs space. He needs time with no questions and no conversation. And so I need to honor that and give him that space and time. I'm a woman, so I'm naturally insecure and afraid of abandonment. So the best thing is that when he needs that space, we talk about it ahead of time and we kind of plan a come back together time. Like, okay, he's going to go watch a movie. I'm going to make a sign on my Cricut or whatever, and in 2.5 hours we're going to come back together, and then we're going to hang out a little bit before we go to bed, or we're going to play a game or whatever we're going to do. And so plan for some space. You don't have to be in each other's bubble the whole 24/7 for the next 2 weeks. Okay, and my last point is get romantic. It's my favorite.
She likes romance.
So we have this game called the Discovery Game, and it is specifically for couples.
That's right.
It is approved by Focus on the Family, so it's clean,
okay.
But it is specifically
you can play with the kids around.
For couples. Yeah, but if you don't have the Discovery Game, you could use any board game that you have. Just ahead of time, make some questions. Pinterest is full of lists of questions that you can ask your spouse to get to know each other better. So get some cards. Write those questions on the cards, and then designate spaces on the board that are going to be specifically discover your heart kind of spaces. So when you land on that, you take a card, you answer the question, you both answer the question, and like that. So you can make it up as you go along. It's just conversation and love mapping, getting to know each other, and having some fun together.
That's right. Laughing about your similarities and your differences.
Right.
So,
yeah.
Not fighting about them, laughing about them.
And then I just said, listen to music from your dating days. Make sure you
Boston and those ballads.
No, Chicago.
Chicago.
Make sure he doesn't know which town it is.
No, there was in Chicago. There's another Boston.
Okay.
Every big city had their own band back in the 80s.
Okay.
Well, not every big city.
Well, I listened to Chicago.
Denver didn't have anything. Salt Lake City didn't have their own band, but Chicago and Boston, the Mormon town, they do. All right, I guess you got a point. Wasn't that romantic, but anyway.
So anyways, listen, you could take a stroll down memory lane with your music, and it's really cool. And make sure that you have at least one 6-second kiss every day.
6 seconds. 6 seconds.
That's not long enough. He's going, that's too long. He's going, that's too long. And I'm saying, that's not long enough. That's too funny. Oh, and we started out with cooking together. So, you know, if it is just the two of you at home, you can have a candlelight dinner for two that was made by two and just really enjoy.
Of course, if you got a bunch of little kids around, you could just get some of those pre-wrapped brownies and sneak off to your room and eat brownies together.
Yeah.
That's romantic. Anything you don't have to share with the kids is romantic.
Maybe we'll do another post about what to do if you do have a house full of kids at home instead of just being able to focus on your
Velcro
marriage.
suits and the fuzzy wall.
Yeah, duct tape. You don't duct tape their mouths or anything.
We're not talking abuse here. We're just talking get them out of your way.
Just kidding. This is terrible.
Hey, thanks for tuning in. We're going to try and keep our church connected. So if you got some ideas you'd like us to talk about, or you'd like us to interview someone in the community, or something you'd like me to teach on out of the Word, or Christy to teach on,
that'd be
let me know. Okay. Have a great
Thanks,
day,
guys.
night, whatever time you saw this.